Durga, she defeated Danavs for the Devs, but she was always the joker who would be played at the end, not the ace who would actually strategize and lead the warfare. Goddess of death or goddess of wrath. But when a Nepalese woman speaks in the society about what is happening to her or what she would not like, people, what they hear is the tone of her voice, not the content of what she is saying. The mother goddess Parvati, she was subjected to marital rape by her husband Shiva, who would not even let her travel as a doe, he would just in whichever animal form she would take, the male form of Shiva would appear. So you can imagine. For the larger interest of the nation. So are we going to believe the number? This is the official cap for Nepal Police. The IGP, the highest ranking official, wears this. But he is as incompetent as many of us here to protect the entire nation, forget women. And then, when you actually think how incompetent our state mechanisms are when it comes to protecting you, the rights of the very fact that you are a human being, the very fact that you are a citizen and you have the rights to be protected, when you stop looking into it, your mind will go blank, as mine did while I was preparing this. And 20 seconds is just too less to talk about. Of the people whose rights have been violated. The voyeurism exists in Nepalese media, which is really sickening.
I agree.
Thank you. Now, and then, these are our beloved leaders, right? And when there are comic pictures like this get spread in Facebook and Twitter and all your networking sites, we get very happy, we get very excited, and we start sending it. But it's time that we stop mocking them and defeat them by not electing them in the election, and then just say no to them. But when do you say enough is enough? For many of us here, for each separate individual, for each of us, enough is enough. The level could be different. For us, when the nation had enough of Nepal Bans, that was crippling every one of us, in May 2010, that was the first time every Nepalese in Kathmandu, when it was called for, just like that frog when put into the hot water, just lift up, gathered in Basantpur and said no to Nepal Bans. Now, on December, throughout the first week of December, there was this news report on a migrant worker who, while being written, got robbed by the Department of Immigration officials and raped by the police constable, Nepal police constable. That was enough point. That was a tipping point for many of us here who decided that we must do something. We went with a petition letter to the Prime Minister's residence in Baluwatar. We were denied to do that, and just at that moment, Occupy Baluwatar concept happened, and since that day till now, and for many more days, we are there every day from 9 to 11 asking for justice. Now, we have taken up 5 emblematic cases, but those 5 emblematic cases talks about the infringement of rights of everyone, that talks about how the state is overlooking the fact that you are a citizen. That you are being an object whose rights is to be violated. So to talk about, of course, the main focus of Occupy Baluwatar is stop violence against women. But it talks about impunity, it talks about accountability, and it also talks about the silence of the entire nation, thinking that, it's only a women's issue. Okay? Then what I say over here is, because I was asked to be a little provocative, I don't think I've been that. We say, when you know you are right, stand up for it. And even if you are not, know where the limitation of the state mechanisms is to make you right. And I hope that none of us in this room would like to be this frog who is happy that the friend has not survived the heat, and thinks that he will survive. I don't think we will.